do I call? I have to call. Should I call? I must. I'll likely get voicemail. I hope I get voicemail. I don't. Her voice is like rich caramel spread on a brisk biscuit. She may be Southern, but she's no Belle. She is 84 years old. Do I tell her? I have to. I introduce myself. I believe we have family in common. Oh, she says. I tell her my father's parents were Virginia and James Wendell Holmes. Oh, but that's not possible, she says, politely. I'm an only child. I tell her my father was born in Baltimore. Silence. And then, quietly, tell me more. In 1927, a young couple from a small Virginia town fall deeply in love and plan to marry. They can't wait to be together. They don't. She starts to show. Her mother is a highly respected leader in the community. The decision is taken out of the couple's hands. Virginia and James are sent to Baltimore to marry. They are sent to Baltimore to wait. On May 30th, 1928, a baby boy is born in a church infirmary in Maryland. There is no joyful family there to greet him. His father takes a long walk with the woman from Ohio who will raise his son. He shares his anguish, but feels he has no choice. Little more than a year later, a baby girl is born back in that small Virginia town. She grows up an only child, but always longs for a brother. She marries and has 7 children, 5 of them boys. Her father lives to a ripe old age and gets to witness her growing family. She feels awkward when it's time to tell him about each new baby. She doesn't know why. She always wonders why her parents were married in Baltimore. There are no photos. This becomes a family mystery. It is never spoken about. Up north, the woman who takes home that baby boy keeps in touch with the nurse who handled the adoption. The nurse who knows more than she can say. Decades pass and the letters flow. Decades pass and the nurse now corresponds with the boy who has become a grown man. From time to time, she sends carefully curated newspaper clippings, small public glimpses into the family he never knows. He keeps them. He keeps all the letters. Robert, she writes, you have a heritage to be proud of. Robert marries and has a daughter. He is a Civil War buff and loves to take family vacations to historical sites. He begins writing a book about Sherman's march through Georgia. He plans a trip to the South to follow the route. He will not be far from that small Virginia town. He knows his birth father is still alive. He and his wife find the house. He parks across the street. He studies the front door. He cannot bear to ring the bell. Robert eventually passes and leaves his extensive collection of World War I memorabilia to his daughter. After keeping a few treasures, she donates the rest to an Air Force Heritage Museum. This involves paperwork she needs from the family records file. Her father's birth certificate falls out. She scans the document. She thinks she knows the story. On a whim, she Googles the names of her paternal grandparents. It doesn't take long. Dates, records, links. Wait, what? A second look. She races to her husband's office, well aware he is on a business call. She flings open the door, holds up a piece of paper. Dad has a sister. And so I tell her everything. We compare dates, names, places. We build up steam, eagerly exchanging the who, what, and when puzzle pieces that will make up the picture of our family. I mentioned the nurse who had kept in touch with my father. Lillian Gordon, I say. A pause. She says, I know that name. I think she was close with my grandmother. The pieces fit. As we reluctantly end that first call, neither of us wanting to let go of that tenuous thread, she sighs. Oh, my precious girl, you are a Yankee child, but I will love you like my very own. And she did. We met her 6 weeks later, along with several of my brand new cousins. As we reached the house, I threw open the car door and barreled out before my husband even had time to come to a full stop. She was already waiting for me. She opened the screen door. When I fell into her soft, welcoming embrace, I immediately became one of the chicks in her nest. My Aunt Winnie had an elegant, gentle presence that made you slow down, lean in, and want to catch every word, every morsel of warm, home-baked motherly love. I sat beside her for hours, drinking her in, soaking up every story she shared. It was her open heart and curiosity from that very first phone call that allowed this family to grow. I remain forever grateful to Lillian, who drew these two families together, quietly planting the seeds, and to my father, who kept those small seeds safe, trusting them to time, never knowing that one day they would finally take root.